Hello everyone. In this video, we will cover Unit 6.3 listening part on page 74 and 75 in your coursebook Speak Out Intermediate. First, we will start with a brief introduction on the topic. Then, we will focus on the phrases used to give news and respond to news. Finally, I'll suggest some practice and extra materials for you. You know it's easy to give someone good news, but what about giving bad news? Can you think of some good ways to give bad news? Stop the video here for a while and take note of your ideas. Here are some ways to give bad news. You can compare these with yours. So, you can try to start or end the conversation with some good news. You can use phrases to introduce what you are going to say, like unfortunately or I'm sorry. You can try to explain why, and you can try to use a soft, calm voice to make you sound kind. Now, listen to 7 conversations and find what is the good or bad news in each situation.
Unit 6, Recording 4. Conversation 1.
I've got something to tell you.
What's that?
I've been offered a job.
Wow, that's fantastic. Congratulations.
There's one thing I've got to tell you, though.
Really? What's that?
The job is in Germany. I'm moving at the end of the month.
That's awful. What am I going to do?
I have to go. I hope you understand.
I see.
Conversation 2.
Hello. You came in for a job interview last week.
Yes, that's right.
Firstly, I'd like to say that we were very impressed with your interview.
Oh, thank you.
However, I'm sorry to have to tell you, but we've offered the job to someone else.
Oh, that's a shame. Thank you anyway.
I'm afraid the other candidate had more experience.
I understand.
But we'd like to keep your details in case another job comes up in the future.
Okay.
Conversation 3.
You'll never guess what.
What?
I've just won some money in a creative writing competition.
You're joking.
No, really.
That's amazing. How much did you win?
2,000 euros.
You lucky thing. How fantastic. How are you going to spend it?
Actually, I've got so many bills to pay. I'll spend it on that.
Well, it's good news anyway.
Conversation 4.
I'm afraid I've got some bad news. What is it? Oh, I've had an accident. I crashed the car.
Oh, no, that's terrible. Are you okay?
Yes, I'm fine.
Oh, that's lucky.
But I'm afraid the car isn't.
Oh, that doesn't matter. You can get the car fixed.
Unfortunately, it was your car.
My car? You mean you crashed my car? How did that happen?
Well, you see, I was pulling out.
Conversation 5.
Dad, I've got some good news for you.
What is it?
Well, you know I was waiting to hear from the university.
Yes?
Well, I'm really pleased to tell you that they've offered me a place.
Oh, that's wonderful news, dear. Well done. Oh, I'm so pleased for you.
There's only one problem, though.
What's that?
It means I'm leaving home.
Well, of course we'll miss you, but it's fantastic news.
Conversation 6.
There's something I've got to tell you.
What's the matter?
I split up with Fabio.
Oh, no. That's terrible. I'm really sorry to hear that.
No, it's okay, actually. I'm pleased about it. But guess what?
What?
He's already got a new girlfriend.
No, that's really annoying.
Yeah, and they've got engaged.
You're joking.
Conversation 7.
Bad news, I'm afraid. What is it?
Steve's lost his job.
Oh no, that's awful. I'm really sorry to hear that.
Do you want to hear the good news, though?
Yes.
The company is paying him £30,000.
Really?
He's going to travel round the world.
That's amazing.
Here are the answers to the listening exercise. In the listening track, the speakers used the phrases below to introduce their news. So now decide if the phrases are used to give good news or bad news. Listen to check your answers.
Unit 6. Recording 5. 1,
I've got some good news for you.
2,
I'm really pleased to tell you.
3,
You'll never guess what.
4,
Bad news, I'm afraid.
5,
I'm sorry to have to tell you.
6,
I'm afraid I've got some bad news.
7,
Unfortunately, there's something I've got to tell you.
Here is another exercise related to the phrases used to give news. So, put the words in the correct order to make sentences. Here are the answers. You can also use some phrases to respond to news. So now, can you complete the short conversations below with the words in the box? Here are the answers. Now, let's look at the intonation pattern of some responses. Listen to the 4 of the responses used in the previous exercise. Is the speaker's voice high or low for good news? What about for bad news?
Unit 6. Recording 6. 1,
Congratulations!
2,
That's fantastic news.
3,
That's a shame.
4,
That's awful.
In this table, there are 8 different situations. Imagine that your friend is in one of these situations and you are expected to give the news. So, trying to use phrases you have learned, make some sentences for each one and give the good or bad news to your friend. And finally, if you want to do more practice on the topic, you can do these exercises on my English lab. Thank you for watching.